grams on my rib. Cost like 10 G's. Like bullets.
And he sees me. I missed a couple plays. Put me in the game on the MVP. Take you out there, Yoda. Put you on the back out, chicken.
Not the good part.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at the numbers for Dwight Howard.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got LaMelo Ball. Howard is out there with Williamson. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, they've got Robinson. Harden out there with Nash. Then it's Bird, and it's Giannis in at the 4-man position. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen. Here we go.
Yeah, that means there's so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Now, here's Ball. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Pistons.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Pass to Bird. Back to Nash. Now here's Bird. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. He had been watching highlights of the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Al Harden, after Zion Williamson missed from long range. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Giannis. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Right wing. There's Ball with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Ball's got 5 points so far.
So often, LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. DeRozan against Harden. That one misses. The Pistons have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Johnson surveying the floor. The kick out to Ball. And again, Detroit with the 3.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Now, here is Bird. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Detroit. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. Here's DeRozan, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Nash, the pass to Bird. Giannis, a screen on Johnson. And they get it. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Detroit leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. For 3, They grab their own miss. Takes the three. He can't hit that time. The Celtics have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to DeRozan. And here is Ball. 8 points for him. DeRozan passes to Williamson. Over Giannis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's DeRozan. He had 25 points last game. Boston grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Harden. He takes it in. From deep, Giannis. Detroit with the rebound. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside DeRozan. And that's collected by Bird.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Harden. He's covered by Ball. And the layup falls.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Attention Celtics fans, coming onto the floor now is Celtics extra Davis. Make some noise for him. All right, fans, here's Celtics extra Davis. Little Erie.
Checked in for the Pistons. So here we are, right in the middle of the group stage of the NBA Cup. And here are the standings.
At this point, if you're towards the bottom of a group, it's going to be hard to climb up. It's really tough making the knockout stages. Only 4 of the 15 teams in each conference advance.
Outside DeRozan. Johnson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
And zero hesitation from Johnson. Whenever ISO Joe has a look, he's going to let it go.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
That's good from Johnson. Teams are starting to hit their stride in this early portion of the NBA season, Tim. Do you feel like you've hit your broadcasting rhythm yet?
I'm getting there, Kevin. You're making it easy for me. It's unbelievable. It's like playing with a great point guard for a shooter. You can't make it any easier. I've got my game notes down. I'm feeling good, but honestly, I think it's going to take everybody a few weeks before we really feel like we're in midseason form.
Routine and rhythm are big parts, whether you're broadcasting or Tim on the floor.
Boy, Kevin, that is so true.
And here is Thomas. James Harden getting it to go from deep. And good that time.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Now, here is Harden. He has 5. Bird outside from past the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Johnson, good.
And Johnson, just great touch from outside. Love how quick that release is. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. The shot, no good.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Shot's good from Bird.
And just a smooth player who reads the floor incredibly well. Harden is always looking to get his teammates involved.
Now here's DeRozan. Robinson with the block. Bird passes to Harden. Robinson a screen on Thomas. To the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls to Robinson. Bailey's checked in for Larry Bird. Porter's checked in for the Pistons. Robinson hits them both. Thomas with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And really, Howard is so adept at drawing contact, using those bruising shoulders and muscular frame to his advantage.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The drive by Williamson. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
There was nothing that was going to stop Zion right there. So much power behind that drive.
Pass to Vanderlei. In the corner, Harden. Here he goes. And it's sent back by Howard. Williamson against Nash. And here is Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Now it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
That was Celtics entertainment. Let's give them another round of applause.
moment here to see the numbers for Robinson. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Johnson against Harden, and Isaiah Thomas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, second team foul.
Robinson passes to Bailey. Nash outside. Robinson a screen on Thomas. 6 to shoot.
Such an unpredictable player. Nash keeps defenses on their toes and just baits them into mistakes.
The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And he makes the first.
But what you love about Nash, he's a coach on the floor, dictates the pace, always in total command of his team.
Bird, he's checked in for Robinson. Then for the Pistons, Brooks comes in for Howard. And it's DeRozan in for Johnson. Both free throws good from Nash.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
DeRozan inside. Guarded by Harden.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Vandeweghe. Off target from outside.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
The Pistons shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good. Price is checked in for the Celtics. That one misses.
Well, despite this lead, he hasn't found the sweet spot yet. It's been mostly sour action.
Traps in the tray.
And with Price, you know, you not only get the range, you get the consistency. One of the league's most accurate shooters.
And here's DeRozan. Following the three-pointer by Mark Price. The kick out to Porter. Back to Williamson. There's Thomas at the three. Rebounded by Bailey. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Bird. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. Bird's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field. 50% so far. Thomas against Price. Now here's Thomas. He's covered closely. Missed inside.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Price against Thomas. Here's Harden. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Thomas surveying the D. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Tries from the block, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Celtics making a switch here. Redick is checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Randolph is checked in. The Celtics with the lead. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Now here's Porter. Still without a basket. Pass to DeRozan. It's over Redick, and DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Porter. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Tormenting his way through. DeRozan showing what he's made of.
Here's Price. Bird outside. Lets the 3 fly. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Detroit. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute.
They've got J.J. Redick. Bird is out there with Bailey. Then there's Price, and it's Vandeweghe in at the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. DeRozan's got 7 points.
Name a shot, and DeRozan has mastered it.
Randolph in the posts. Bird's there. Randolph can't hit.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's DeRozan. He has 7. Outside Randolph. Brooks with a screen on Redick. Here's DeRozan. Off the left rim and out. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Price. Here's Bailey. It's Redick on the wing. Price finds Bird. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Detroit. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, Porter. Here's Brooks. Detroit, no good that time either. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Price. Here's Bailey. Brooks covering. Bailey passes to Price. Here's Vandeweghe. Guarded by Porter. Vandeweghe misses. For Detroit, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. DeRozan against Price. Outside DeRozan. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Count the basket. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here they come, it's Celtics Entertainment.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Giannis He's checked in for Bailey. And it's James Harden in for J.J. Redick. Then for the Pistons, Zion Williamson comes in for Zach Randolph. And Ball subbed in for Michael Porter. Now here's Giannis. He had 15 points last outing. Harden dishes to Giannis. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. Easy money, James Harden.
Oh, and the D, you got to get out on that, or Harden will make you pay.
Outside, Ball. Pass to Brooks. Now, here's Thomas. Ball with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Last outing for Boston, they won that game against Toronto. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 2. Out to Brooks. Williamson looking it over. Thomas sets a screen for Ball. Inside. And there's Isaiah Thomas, the assist by Ball. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
Pass to Price. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back over to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. The Pistons have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Vandeweghe. That's it, coming off an assist from Price.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Detroit has gone 0-2 from deeper in the second. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. In for the Celtics. Nash comes in for Mark Price. And a switcher also for Detroit. Johnson, he's checked in for Thomas. Now Ball. He's got 8. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And he makes that one. Johnson's got 9.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Giannis sets a screen for Bird. And it's Giannis showing creativity.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
To the right side. Williamson kicks to Ball. DeRozan a screen on Nash. That shot wide open. He's got 11.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
DeRozan finds ball. On the wing, Johnson. Bird covering. The kick out to Ball. That three off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nash, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Harden. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Pass to DeRozan. That's it. For his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
So determined is DeRozan as he has piled up a ton of points in this league.
Loads it up for Giannis. Stolen by Ball. And here is Johnson. DeRozan a screen on Bird. Stolen by Harden. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo playing strong inside.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Checked in for Detroit. Thomas comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report.
And Johnson doesn't lack confidence attacking inside. I just love watching him go to work down low.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Well, the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. James Harden is second.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
Well, it's part of the nature of that position. Your team needs to be able to pencil in a certain number of points from that spot.
Cole Harden pressing the action.
And one of the top scorers in the game, Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
Thomas dishes the ball. Johnson for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. Nash outside. Pass to Harden. 5 on the clock. Ball with the rebound. Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. To the inside. Here's Williamson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, he's raising the stakes here in the second quarter and being more efficient in the process.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Robinson's checked in for Boston. Bird comes in for Mark Price. Detroit also making some changes. Howard's checked in for Randall. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
Well, there's no denying the fact when Zion Williamson is on the court, he is a force. The key is just keeping him on the floor.
The Pistons leading. Pass to DeRozan over Harden. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bird outside. Nash with no one around. And he's good on the 3-ball. Nash has got 7 points.
And the quickness of Nash's game, just taking a shot there before the defense has a chance to react.
And Williamson throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 52 seconds left here in the second. Count that one. 9 points in the game so far.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Harden against DeRozan. Bird right side. Robinson sets a screen for Bird. Kick out to Giannis. Pass to Nash. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Ball slams it in.
And with that burst, you can count on LaMelo being the first up the court on the break. He won't miss a chance to get out and run.
Here's Robinson.
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, with the clock running down, man, that was close.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Detroit. They're up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the San Diego matchup, guys, man, this is a proving ground game, a benchmark challenge. Anytime you go against the numero uno in the league, you gotta come full strength. Do they have enough firepower to pull off the W? It's gonna be tough.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Celtics trail by 4. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. LaMelo Ball is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Howard. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Bird. 6 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
I mean, just throwing himself on the offensive glass. Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
Howard, good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight. And here's Harden. It's Harden down low.
An offensive juggernaut. It's fun watching Harden go out and just take over.
Johnson outside. Outside DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And that's the athleticism. When DeRozan takes off like that, he is looking to ring the bell.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Celtics trail by 4. Harden outside. Outside Robinson. Pass to Nash. The 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Bird. Bird top inside.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pistons shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Nash against Ball. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Harden. Averaging about 23 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
On the wing, Bird. He's guarded by Johnson. Bird can't hit. Williamson outside. Pass to DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
The flush. DeMar getting up.
Harden outside. Nash with the screen on DeRozan. Here's Harden. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh my goodness, he just explodes off the ground. Zion going up to get that oop and finish.
Harden outside. Pass to Bird. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 5 assists in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Together, and welcome to center court, Celtics Entertainment. Boston, let's get on for Celtics Entertainment.
And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In fourth, the Pistons.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Here's DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Bird against Johnson. Bird outside. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Bird. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Ball kicks to Johnson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Johnson's got 20.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Harden up top. DeRozan defending. Harden against DeRozan. Harden surveying the D. Shoots over DeRozan. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So happy.
And finished off by Williamson. And Zion Williamson making the price of admission worth it with a dunk like that.
Bird outside. Harden outside. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Robinson's got 8 points.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Johnson outside. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 3. Antetokounmpo passes to Nash. Down low. It's stolen by DeRozan. Floats it up for Williamson. Harden inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Williamson. Good. It's Johnson with the assist that time. Williamson's got 6 in the quarter.
And again, it's Williamson scoring. When he gets rolling like this, no one can stop Zion. He's just too physical.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Pistons making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Boston. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And checking out Detroit, 3 games behind.
Well, I think for Boston, not a perfect start to the season, but they're in a position where all it takes is one modest winning streak to jump into that top spot.
Well, yeah, they're not in a bad position, but they clearly have room to improve. But having said that, most franchises in this league would trade with them in a minute.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
DeRozan in the corner. Nice ball movement by Detroit. There's Williamson with the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Vanderlei. Back to Harden. Bird outside. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. Over Thomas. And Robinson that time on the assist by Bird. Bird's got 4 assists in the game. Harden against DeRozan. Takes it inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 8 here in the quarter.
Looking tenacious on that take. Love whenever DeRozan attacks the rim like that.
Bird outside. Pass to Robinson. In the corner. Harden. Shot clock at 5. For the lead. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, that's his first 3 of the half, and now he's got 4 made threes on the night.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Here's Williamson. Great D that time from Bird. Boston's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Dwight Howard. 2nd in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean. Ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Harden. Nash outside. Harden finds Bird. Over Williamson. And then Robinson slams it in.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
High post Johnson. He's got 20. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And we are used to seeing this from Johnson. This is how dangerous a scorer he is.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Here's Vandeweghe. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons on the wing. Johnson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Nash against Thomas. Vandeweghe passes to Bird. Boston again missing. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Williamson with this screen for Thomas. Stolen away. Bird off the bounce. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Celtics. Bailey comes in for James Harden. And it's Price in for Nash. Detroit also making some changes. Brooks checked in for Howard. Randolph comes in for Williamson. And it's Michael Porter in for Joe Johnson. And so he makes both from the line. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. It's Thomas, high post. Working on Price. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Bailey. Fires the three. Vandeweghe misses.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Boston leading by 3. A minute 20 left to play in the third. They double-team Bird. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Boston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Price kicks to Bird. Robinson sets a screen for Bird. They get it back. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Here's Vandeweghe. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas against Price. Inside, Robinson. Can't cash in from close range. There's Porter with the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Harden out there with Price. Then there's Bailey. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Vandeweghe in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Pistons trail by 7. Williamson finds Thomas. Outside, Ball. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
Price with the ball. Giannis outside. Loads it up for Giannis. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Williamson is screen on Harden. Williamson up top. And it's Brooks in the corner over Giannis. Brooks misses. Celtics leading by 4. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Brooks. Over Giannis. And the shot no good, a bit short. Boston shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Counted good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Brooks. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Price, the pass to Harden. What focus from Harden!
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Outside Thomas. Four on the clock. Good D by Price.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Harden outside. Pass to Vandeweghe. Harden against Ball. Harden no good. Pistons trail by 6. Ball feeling it out a bit. Rebound Boston. Pass to Giannis. Now Price. And stolen by Thomas. Outside, Ball. Williamson with this screen for Ball. And it's Williamson missing. And so Price will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Harden from deep three-point land. Boston again missing. Pistons trail by 6. It's Porter outside. And Boston with the rebound. Harden's got 8 rebounds in this game. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Outside Thomas. Over Price. And the basket by Thomas.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Here's Price. Pass to Vandeweghe. The 3. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Porter.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Now, Ball. Williamson is screen on Harden. Ball, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Bailey. Basket, good.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Now here's Thomas. Now here's Porter. Outside, Ball. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Ball's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Price against Thomas. Pass to Vandeweghe. The shot from the low post is good. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Porter. Here's Ball. There's the triple. And another 3 for Detroit.
3 triples in the first half. 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Howard's checked in for Brooks. Randolph comes in for Zion Williamson. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's DeRozan in for Ball. Now Now here's Nash for three. Price. That one doesn't go. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Boy, DeRozan, he is on it right now and has been all night.
It's deflected. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Some changes for Boston. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bailey. And James Harden subbed in for Price. Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pistons. LaMelo Ball comes in for Thomas. Now here's Young. And another miss by Boston.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Howard, the pass to DeRozan. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Antetokounmpo coming down hard.
Watch out below. Woo.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Now here's Johnson. Fires the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Bird against Johnson. Bird right side. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 6-point Boston lead. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Now Ball. Lays it up off the glass. Ball's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to wheel his team back in the game.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. A wide open look for Bird. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. Johnson outside. Back to Ball. From downtown. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 27.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Bird outside. And he misses the J.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Johnson outside. Now Williamson. And here is Howard. Antetokounmpo with the rebound. Celtics leading by 4. Robinson sets a screen for Bird. Here's Robinson. Howard with the steal. Now Williamson. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Nash with it. Antetokounmpo outside. Robinson a screen on Williamson. Now Robinson. And stolen by Howard. Got it to go.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man ball is used to the spotlight.
Robinson, and it's off.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
There's no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal.
Well, with his attacking style, Williamson spends a lot of time at the foul line.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. tied up with that one.
Now, this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
Now Robinson puts it up from 17. Count it. Nice touch.
This guy is a leader both on and off the floor. Robinson embraces drilling the big-time bucket for his team.
Now here's DeRozan. Oh, what a play inside.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Robinson with it. Started by Howard. Unloads from 13.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
DeRozan. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, the touch. Pretty reversal.
How about the heart DeRozan plays with? In the clutch, he's fully committed to getting his team whatever they need.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Levert against Johnson. No good from 3.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
And so it's Detroit with the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.